Well, these days, do-it-yourself superannuation funds are all the rage. I've got one, had one for years. I must admit I'm a bit of a share person, and so I do tend to play the share market with it in a very conservative fashion. Don't worry, I'm not a complete fool. I must admit though, I don't really know if I actually beat professional fund managers, but hey, I save on fees, and any mistakes I make the mistakes, not someone else. But let's face it, most DIY funds are around property. You all know you can buy residential property in a do-it-yourself superannuation fund, but what about commercial property? Now this is really interesting. If you're running your own business, for example, you might like to buy a commercial property, and unlike residential property, you can actually put your own commercial property that you're running your business out of, you can put that property in your superannuation fund. Let's think about this. Number one, you get to choose the building. It's where you're going to be working. Number two, will the tenant pay the rent? Well, you can work that out because you're the tenant. And given you're paying yourself rent, I reckon you'll pay it on time. But I want you to think this through fairly carefully. Please remember what happens when you get to retirement. Let's say, for example, you sell the business or you retire. You'd want to be very careful that your commercial building is able to be easily let. Think about this. Let's say the commercial property is 100% of your do-it-yourself superannuation fund. You retire. What if that property is not rented easily? Then of course you've got an asset, you've got no income stream, and that's the bit that you want to live off. That's where your beer and travel money comes from. So I'm all for business owners putting a commercial property inside their own do-it-yourself superannuation fund, but please talk to an expert and do your research both on do-it-yourself super funds and commercial property. Do it thoroughly.